I'm gonna record a whole round on Davis Spring just for fun, see if I can do well. I've gotten quite a bit better in 2 months, but we'll see. Throwing a destroyer off this first hole. It's a long, like 400-foot dog leg left. There's a little bit of wind, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference. That's okay. It didn't quite hook up as soon as I wanted. I threw it a little low, but it had decent power. I think it's about 400 feet. But it's in the rough up here. It's a nice day today though. It's like high 70s and overcast mostly. Pretty perfect. The basket's like right up there. Do that clearing. I threw into this rough on the right side. I think I'm about pin high though. Let's see. I got a skip, but I don't know where it landed. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm in jail. There I am. All right. See if I have a line here. I don't think so. Big headwind. The only line I have here is Anheuser, basically around this branch. I'll just go for a 3. Not the best approach, but not harmful. Should be able to make this no problem. You would think so. Less than 10 feet. I'm playing short tees, so technically that's a par 4, but it's kind of an easy par 4 from the short tees. This course is so different from the short tees and the long tees. The long tees, it's almost impossible to get par or birdie. It's not impossible to get par, but you have like kind of no chance at birdie looks in a lot of the holes. Like this next one. The long tees, they're just like completely obstructed from getting a 2, and it's a par 3, but the short tees, it's a pretty fair hole, I think. It's getting windier. So here's the long tees for hole 2. And that adds like way more difficulty to this hole. You'd have to get up here. It basically makes the hole have 2 turns instead of 1. And I guess you could do like a flex line with a stable disc through it, but there's not much room for error. And here's the short tees. And that turns it into like a 165-foot gap shot into a dog leg finish to the left at the end. So basically I just have to aim for this gap with the stable disc, and it hopefully will work out okay. Going with the zone. Well, I hit the gap, but I actually hit it too far on the right side, so it didn't really get to finish as far left as I wanted, but thankfully the zone is pretty consistent. Kind of saved me there. If I threw a normal putter like that, it would just like slowly glided to the right. I wouldn't really have anything. There's the basket. Here's my shot. I think it's like 25 feet maybe. Not very good from this distance, but maybe, we'll see. Oh, sad. I guess that putt was kind of a foot fault, but whatever. 3, so I'm 1 down. This next hole is probably the easiest hole I've ever seen. From the long tees, it's not. From the long tees, it'd be like a really hard flex line again. But from the short tees, it's just a straight sub 100 foot tunnel shot, which is kind of embarrassing to miss, but I do it all the time. Well, I guess throwing 50 something feet on an 80-foot hole, actually it was more like 70 feet, but it still works out because this hole is so easy. I feel like I should just go for an ace run on this hole. It's like the whole point of the hole. I don't think aces on this hole would like hardly count though. Shouldn't miss this. Right, I am 2 down. It's par 4 next. This one's tricky. This one's a good shot to practice. It's a low tunnel shot that finishes to the left. So it's basically just throw a straightish disc and let it do the work, but you have to keep it low and straight, which is hard. The wind seems to be dying down, but I guess I'm behind cover. I have parked this hole before, but it is not a high percentage park for me. So it's 400 feet, slightly uphill to the left finish, just through the gap the whole way. I'm gonna throw a trace. It's 11.5 minus 1.2. I think I can hyzer flip it up. Just hit the gap. That's the plan. Really got to keep this straight. That looks good. I threw it in little nose up, so it needed like 40 more feet to make it to the basket before it hyzered out. I really was close to hitting the tree line up there, the roof, but made it through. Not bad. I'll take that shot on this hole every time, at least at my current skill level. Gives me a chance at a 2. Really soft par 4. I'm sure a pro would hit 2 on this like most of the time. I hit the gap though. This is a really nice little course. It's the closest one to my house or my apartment, so I go here quite a bit. It's only 9 holes and it's not too hard, but it's got good variety. Not really any forehand shots. That's really the only thing. There's like maybe one forehand drive, but I still probably would prefer to throw a turnover backhand through it. It's the last hole. All right. Well, I'm behind the trees, which makes my shot not so good. Let's take a zone and a putter up there and see which one will work out better. I don't want to send it long. All right. I really did not try to run that because I didn't want to send it off the edge to the right. I'll take my birdie. If I really got aggressive and sent like down that hill, I'd probably miss the up putt and then get a 5 or a 4. But 3 tap in is fine. All right. Next hole is another tunnel shot. Just throw a straight putter through it. All the roof lines in Texas are super low, so you really need to keep just down to make tunnel shots normally. Or you can try to throw over top, but I'm not very consistent with that yet. So this is just straight ahead, 138 feet. I'm gonna throw a putter, a throwing putter, still a putter. Well, it was close to good. I pulled it a little. I went to the right. What am I right now? Got a birdie, par, birdie, birdie, -3. Yeah, I definitely pulled that. Not very good. Now I'm in the bush. Yikes. I don't think I'm gonna have any line to the basket, but we'll see. Kinda. Oh, it didn't hit that branch. That would have gone in if I didn't hit that branch. Oh, another par. Yeah, I don't really have much of a shot from in there. That one branch was just blocking my only line, I think, to really make a birdie, but I'm sure it was possible. Hole 6. Still -3. Some people playing hole 7. I might catch them around the end of the course, but I think it's only a group of 2. Another straight tunnel shot. This one's actually a little harder than the last hole. The tunnel goes, it starts earlier, and it runs the whole way, and then there's guardian trees on the right of the basket. So if you try to do anything stable, those trees will normally kill your shot. But it is possible to get around them long, but I can't do it very often. Same disc as the last hole, putter. This one's 200 feet though. Get a little more power. Well, that line was perfect if I used a more overstable disc, but I just kind of anhyzered the whole way and finished right. Let me try one more shot with a more stable putter. Well, I threw that one how I should have thrown my first shot with my first disc, and that would have gone like basically right either in the basket or under the basket. But it was stable, so it went straight and finished left. If I could swap discs but do the same shot, I think they would both be pretty parked. I'm not going to take my practice shot, obviously. I just wanted to see if it would work. Practice shot ended here. A real shot made it past the basket a little bit over here, but I have a putt, so see if I can get it. This one should be a make, but I'm not that good at putting. Oh, that's bad. Come on. All right. Oh, I turned a 2 into a 3, so I'm still -3. Next shot is, next hole, this is another soft par 4. A lot of the par 4s in this course and the short tees are pretty easy to get. I think this one might be a little underrated on the distance. It says 376, but feels a little farther to me. That 400 feels about the same as that 401 hole. And I've measured out on UDisc, and I think it's about 400 feet to the basket on this hole. So there's like trees directly in the middle of the fairway. These ones right there. So I'm gonna try to throw like a slightly understable disc, driver around to the right side, get it to turn, and then finish back. So there's 2 sets of guardian trees. There's those, and there's another one like right behind them, and those block the basket. So it's a good shot if you can get it. It's definitely like possible to get there in one. What should I throw? Shrike, I guess. Have pretty good luck with this shrike. the line was actually kind of perfect. I didn't get to turn quite as much as I want, so it clipped the first set of guardian trees at the very top, and it took off a lot of speed. I'm not sure how far away I am. I have a hard putt most likely. But you should definitely get a birdie at least on this hole, considering it's a 400-foot par 4. And there's not that many trees in the way. Oh, I'm open. That's good. Landed here about 30 feet short, maybe 35, not sure. Ooh. Eagle. Kind of a fake eagle, but still an eagle. Puts me at -5 with 2 holes left. Next hole is the hardest though. This hole is a legit par 4, even from the short tees. You'll kind of see why. It's impossible to get anywhere near the green on your first shot, which is how a par 4 should be, but it's 420 feet, but there's this uphill gap to start, and then it goes downhill, and then dogleg left. So I'm just gonna throw a putter up onto the top of the first hill, and then try to have a fairway driver shot into the green. Well, that is not what I wanted. I think I put myself in jail behind a tree up here, so I might not even have a shot. I might have to take just a bailout shot up here. Yep. Oh, shoot. So goes down there and then to the left, probably another 350 feet. Now I managed to put myself directly behind this tree for where I want to throw. I think if I try to do any like aggressive play here, I'm just gonna put myself more in trouble. I'm just gonna kick it out. That doesn't feel good. Well, here's for my 3. You have to have a really good shot to have a chance at par here. All right, probably just over 300. Let me use a Valkyrie and try to keep it on mostly hyzer the whole way. It'll probably flip up a little bit. I think that was actually really good. I thought I stalled it out more than it did. I thought it was like gonna end up short, but I think it like kind of hit right at the base of the basket and then rolled down the hill because it was on such a steep hyzer. So I might have a chance at 4 still. Maybe. Oh yeah, I see it at the bottom of the hill up here. Looks like about the same distance of a putt as last hole. No, it's a little shorter, but it's uphill. Probably about the same difficulty. Yeah, it's definitely a little shorter. I didn't want to miss it low, and I didn't miss it low, but I floated it over the basket because there's a headwind, and I putted it nose up, so I got up 5, and I'm back to 400. All right, last hole. This is the one that I said you can do a forehand on, but if you really want to get near the green, it's another par 4, I think. If you really want to get near the green, you have to do a turnover. At least I do. Really low tunnel, narrow tunnel shot to start. Some people finishing up this hole, so you have to wait for them. It's only 388 feet, but par 4. And I have to hit that tunnel, and then it goes to the right. It's a really weird, tricky shot shape. So I'll put this up a little higher. Yeah, they're finishing up the hole right now, so. I'm gonna try one of each, just because I need to practice my forehand. But if I hit the backhand right here, it will be the better shot. So let's see. The backhand, I'm gonna use this Shrike, and for the forehand, I'm gonna use this Destroyer again. I'll count the Shrike as my real shot, but see what I can do. They're still finishing up the hole. It's a little optimistic for me to not shoot yet, but I've never really made it up all the way to the green on my first shot on this hole. The line is super hard to hit. Actually, I'll try a thumber as well. Thumber's probably not going to go well. I'll use the Valkyrie for the thumber. Alright, real shot first, Shrike. Yep. it. It was almost the right line, but almost is not good. Forehand. Well, I wish I could take that shot. I'll try the thumber here. Well, if I could take the thumber or the forehand, I would, but that would be cheating. Instead, I have to take my tree smasher. Whoops. And I am in jail. So much for a birdie. I don't even know how to get out of here. I really should probably forehand. I think it's more consistent to hit the gap here. Whatever. Try a skip shot with a driver just to like get out in the fairway. Well, I'm in the fairway, but it didn't really skip. It kind of just hit some stuff on the ground and stopped or rolled over here. But now at least I have a look at the basket for 3. Probably 200 foot-ish, 220. Yeah, actually more like 240. I'm gonna throw, I don't know what to throw here. Something kind of stable because there's a headwind. Let me try this Pyro. It's pretty good. I think it's super stable, like more than the numbers say, that's for sure. I should have taken a different tactic on the drive though, because here's where my thumber landed. And my forehand landed all the way up here. That would have been nice.